Hey guys, Mikey here. Ali will be back next week. Welcome to episode 26 of Controller Nation Weekly for the week of January 22nd. Let's get to the news so the YouTube audience can have more fodder for snarky comments. For anyone in the UK and Portugal, it looks like Gamestop is doing you a solid by leaving. The retailer announced that they'll be shuttering all their stores in said countries, but you'll still be able to make purchases from their website. Not that anyone cares. If you're looking forward to Blizzcon this year, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Blizzard has decided to skip 2012 and replace it with the Battle.net World Championship. Blizzcon will be back in 2013 for whatever the hell it is you people do at Blizzcon. Remember when Netflix announced the creation of Quickster, the service that was supposed to take over physical movie rentals? Well, part of that was the addition of game rentals. Apparently that plan was scrapped along with Quickster. You've been asking for it, and Valve has listened. No, we aren't talking about Half-Life 3. We are, however, talking about a mobile Steam app that is available for iOS and Android. There's one caveat, though. It is currently in closed beta, so you can download it, but you can't actually use it. California will be paying $950,000 to the ESA to reimburse them for their legal fees in Brown versus EMA, which tried to restrict the sale of violent video games to minors, which is something the ESA already does. Just to be clear, this brings the total California has paid the ESA to $1,327,000, which makes perfect sense given California's nearly $13 billion deficit. At least video games are now protected under the First Amendment, so this states trying to pull shit stuff should stop. With all of the UK studios that have been shuttered lately, it's good news that SEGA is opening Hardlight. The new studio is said to be working on high-quality titles for current and future platforms. Its first game will be a Vita title slated for a 2012 release. If you play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and are an Elite member, then you're probably already aware of the issue with the DLC being locked to one profile on the console the content was downloaded on. If this seems like an error to you, then you're correct, and Activision's working on a fix. In an age where companies care more about dividends for their shareholders than consumers, it's refreshing to hear stories about companies putting their customers first. Earlier this week, Studio Almost Human took a suggestion for their upcoming game Legend of Grimlock from a disabled gamer requesting that they add on-screen arrows. So a few hours later they implemented them. Legend of Grimlock looks pretty good and reminds me a bit of Morrowind, so let's show them that treating people with dignity results in more units sold. This week Notch went onto his blog to ask Minecraft players if they would be okay with Mojang collecting more info about players of the game. Currently they only log when players log in or off. The information they want to collect seems pretty basic, such as time spent in the game, your OS, and the type of game modes being played. All the information will be sent anonymously. A link to the poll can be found in the description. In related news, the Minecraft Legos we reported on a few months ago have been approved. No word on launch date or pricing. Future Publishing US has eliminated 19 jobs. If you've ever read Nintendo Power, OXM, PlayStation the Official Magazine, or @Gamer, then you've read some of their magazines. None of their brands are going to be discontinued while the company repositions itself as a hybrid publisher of both printed and online content. Good luck to everyone that was at Future with whatever lies ahead. A rumor surfaced this week of a new Neo Geo handheld tentatively called the Neo Geo portable device. The fabled device comes with 20 classic Neo Geo titles preloaded, as well as an SD slot, presumably for more games. There have been a lot of rumors flying around about THQ as of late. The whole thing started last week when Kevin Dent, who's a games analyst, went on Twitter claiming that THQ had canceled their 2014 lineup and was looking to sell the Asian firm. THQ later denied these accusations, but the denial wasn't straight out. It was what we call PR speak, which usually means that the rumor isn't that off base. Then THQ announced that they were no longer making kids games and focusing on digital initiatives, whatever that's supposed to mean. And while all this was breaking, a letter from supposed former THQ staffers came out talking about how badly the company is being managed. At the moment, THQ's future seems rather uncertain, especially considering how many studios they shuttered last year. We'll have to wait until February when THQ has their quarterly conference call to see what their future holds, though I have a sneaking suspicion that the initial rumors are probably more truth than fiction. There's also some Nintendo news this week. Firstly, the Nintendo Wii U will be twice as powerful as the current Xbox 360, which, judging by the rumors surrounding the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox 720, I would have expected the Wii U to be a bit heftier in the power department. While we're on Nintendo, it would seem the company is finally getting serious about online with the Nintendo Network, which will allow players to create personal accounts, communicate with friends, and even download add-on content. So all the things we've been enjoying from every other platform for the past 5 years. On to some Xbox news, and there was a fair amount of it this week. For starters, the next Xbox is supposed to be 6 times more powerful than the current gen, which makes the Wii U look like child's play, and I'm not talking about Penny Arcade's NPO. The console is also supposed to use Blu-ray instead of DVD, which honestly only makes sense at this point. And there's also a rumor about it employing some anti-used game technology, which sounds pretty unlikely, but on the other hand makes a lot of sense. Also in the next Xbox, there's talk of the Kinect 2, which will have its own onboard processor like the current Kinect was supposed to have, but later got scrapped. In regards to the current Xbox, though, Microsoft will be phasing out its point system and replacing it with local currency. Any points that are still on your account will get converted to whatever currency your country uses. Also, Threadless t-shirts are now available on the marketplace for your avatar, which, as a fan of Threadless, seems kinda cool. I'm gonna go ahead and break the fourth wall here for a little bit. We're constantly trying to improve the show for you guys, and we do read your comments, and we try to adjust. So, if you have any comments or suggestions, please, we welcome them. So feel free to sound off in the comments, and let's be honest, the show can only get better. Well, that's it for this week. Be sure to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/ControllerNation, all one word, and follow us on Twitter @ControllerN. Have a great week, guys. We'll see you here again next week.